gosh, that's too funny. Okay, guys, we are gonna go in. I'm still using my shader, my 3-round shader. I did my first pass with my 3-round shader, but I'm just gonna pop in and see how I'm stretching the skin. I move my fingers, my thumb and my index finger here. I keep one finger above the arch area, one finger down here by the tail, and I'm stretching the skin pretty taut, but I'm not putting a lot of pressure. And guys, I'm really not putting a lot of pressure on these needles either going into the skin with my machine. I really want to just keep that skin stretched, but I just want my needles to just really just kind of glide over that skin. I'm not looking to put a lot of pressure. It's all about building this brow. I'm not trying to go in overly aggressive and hurt her. We are using a good numbing here. This is
Thank goodness.
I know, we were laughing just now because her one of her trainers got some brows in one of my classes for and at the time where I was working, we did not use medical numbing, and so it was just a 4%. So she got screwed. She never came back for her touch up. She came in, she got the free brows and rolled out. But bless her little heart, yeah, she was like, that shit hurt, and it does. We use medical numbing here. So at my med spa, we're under a doctor, so we can do that. So Inez isn't feeling too much. So, but that's how I do it, guys. I mean, really, honestly, I just wanted to kind of show you. I know some of you have asked how my stretch is. And so I'm just going to show you again up here. So that's kind of how I work from the tail. And I always work from the tail going backwards towards the bulb of the brow. But I mean, it doesn't matter, guys. I mean, you know, where you're working from. I know some people work, they work in different directions, and that's okay. You know, whatever choice you want to do, that's cool. I'm doing some whip shading here. And I just work in little small sections, and just take your time. Take your time. Don't rush it. Don't go crazy. Don't get in there and try to, you know, saturate it so much that, you know, that first pass that, you know, just always wipe your work and check it. Always wipe your work and check it. So that's some of the best advice I can give you, is to just continually wipe your work and check it and work in small little sections until you get happy with that saturation. Everybody's different too as far as clients go. Some of your clients are going to want a more saturated look. Some of them want more of a natural look. Questions to ask your patient. Things that I like to ask them are, do they dye their hair a lot? Are they going natural, or are they, you know, I mean, because right now, I mean, let's be real, guys, COVID's happened and everybody's got roots. I mean, everybody. So you got to ask them, are they letting their hair grow out? Are they, you know, going to get it dyed again? Because, you know, you want to make sure all those things are taken care of, because you don't want to go too dark. And just also another thing, guys, remember, you can always go a little bit darker too. So if you're worried about your saturation, but again, I mean, I did one pass, and then I did kind of a second pass, very, very lightly over it. And I'm going to use my third pass to saturate, but I'm going to use my third pass. I'm going to switch needles. This is a 3-round shader. It's a 0.35. And my speed that I've got on my Valhalla axis here is set at 7. My hand speed, I'm pretty quick with my hands sometimes, but again, you got to slow down a little bit if you need to get that saturation that you're looking for. Remember, if you work slower, you're going to get more pigment implanted into the skin, so just slow down. But yeah, hopefully this will help you guys see how I build this up, because I've had a lot of people ask about the Tina Davies line from Hermablend. How do I get my brows to look so saturated? So when people are coming back to their facilities, like 90% of this is gone. And that's not okay, because that means that person not only sat through that treatment hoping to get some good brows, but they came back, and then you're kind of like, well, shit, you know, that sucked. I just worked for nothing. And now I've got to go back in and figure out what I did wrong. I think a lot of it is your stretch, guys. I think a lot of it's going to be your hand placement too as well. You know, work ergonomically. You know, if something doesn't feel right, change it. You know, I mean, I've got big hands, so I use that to my advantage. But if you've got smaller hands, work in smaller sections. You know, work in this section here, and then move down and work in this section here. Don't, you know, whatever works for you. So hopefully this is helping you guys. Hope everyone has a blessed July 4th. This woman's gonna have a blessed little brow because look at the difference already from that brow to that brow. And she's already looking amazing. So guys, she's gonna kill it. So no more brow worrying for this one. She's gonna have beautiful brows all the time. So, all right guys, so again, hope everyone has a great weekend. And then guys, I'm always happy to help. I'm always happy to take messages from you guys if you're on Facebook or if you're on any of these microblading or SD groups, if you're asking questions about things. Please message me. I love to help. If you're interested in taking a course by me, you can always go out, you can always reach us at 512-361-0803, or you can go to beautycosmeticinstitute.com, and all of our course information is there. We do have courses that teach the powder brow look, this ombre look. We do microblading, we do eyelash enhancement, we do lips. I also teach makeup. And so again, we have lots of stuff. We also have advanced classes too. So if you've done a class before in powder brows or microblading and you just did not get the information, maybe you had a huge class or something and didn't get all your questions answered. That happens to a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there that are teaching these 10 to 12 to 15 people classes, and then you don't get the retention because maybe someone was asking too many questions. We do one-on-one trainings here only, okay? One-on-one trainings only. So it's just me and you guys. So again, have a good one. Love you all. Y'all be safe, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
That's not gonna bother me.
All right, good job. Me either. Naked people sleep naked. Okay. All right. So I wanted to show you guys now. This is the second part of my video. So this is again, I did 2 passes with my 3-round shader. My Axis Valhalla here. I've got my speed set on my Atomex critical power supply up at 7. And now I've switched to a 1RL, and this is a 0.35 needle. So I don't know if you can see this guy. He's right there, okay? And that's about how much I like my needles out. I don't like my needle to be super far. I don't like my needle to be super far out, but I don't like to be like this either. Like if you can see I'm changing it. Let me see if you can see that. I don't like it that, it's too close for me. I like to see my needles. So I'm gonna push this guy out about right there, boom. That's, again, let me see here if I can. If you can see it, there we go. Oh, focus, I lost, there we go. Okay, that's how I like my needles to be, guys. Again, every artist is different. It's okay. So now that I've done my first 2 passes with my 3-round shader, I'm now gonna pop in and I'm going to use this 1RL to really line everything. And again, I'm just stretching the skin. You can see I'm stretching. I'm not putting such a crazy stretch that we're seeing everything lose its color, but I'm putting a little bit of pressure here to keep the skin from bouncing. You don't want your needles to bounce off of the skin. So I'm just popping in and I'm working in quick movements. I'm gonna work in small sections, guys, too, super important. And I'm gonna always check my work. Always check my work. And you can see that that's getting a little bit more defined there on those little corners. And I'm just gonna keep doing that throughout this entire last kind of pass, as it were, as I wanna make sure that I am, oops, sorry, I hit the camera, but I'm just working in small little sections. Just, if you need to do one little section like that and then wipe, do that, okay? That's fine, okay? I had someone, there was a post the other day that someone, or maybe yesterday, that someone asked, how long does it take you to do power brows from start to finish, from your client walking in the door to leaving? And I said, for me, it takes me about 2 hours. But guys, if it takes you longer, that's okay. It's okay to go slower. Remember, your patient is the most important thing that's sitting in your room right now. That's who you need to be worried about. Don't be worrying about the person that's coming next. If you're overbooking yourself, meaning that you are putting too many people on your books and you are stressing yourself out, you are not doing anybody any justice. And that last person that comes in to get their brows done from you, I mean, are they gonna get the best treatment? Are they gonna get the best brows because you are rested and ready to go? Or are you stressed out? And are you gonna possibly make a bad decision. You know, let's be real, guys. Don't do that to your patient. That's not okay. We need to make sure we are taking all the precautions to make sure our patients feel like they are the celebrity patient sitting in your chair. Okay? And I'm just popping in, stretching the skin, and I'm gonna go in with this. Just doing my little lines. I'm always explaining to my patients too what I'm doing. I like to keep them in the now because it kind of reassures them of what's happening. So I've already told Inez what this part is. She's been there throughout the whole treatment with me. She knows what I'm doing. You got some of your patients that don't want to know what's going on. They just want to see the finished product. That's okay too. You got some patients that want to see everything as it's happening. That's all right. Remember, you've got to put yourself in their shoes. They want to know what you're doing. So yeah, now I'm just gonna going back over that last pass, and I'm just really just shaping the rest of the brow and just going over any areas that I feel did not have enough pigment. And always checking my work. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope y'all, have a great weekend. And that, I'm gonna zoom in on the brow just right there. So you can see that. I'm not done yet, but I just wanted you to kind of see what I've been doing here, how I've built that up. So you can see that the tail now is a lot more defined. And guys, I'm not putting tons of pressure. You don't see her, shaking in her boots, thank God, because she's in pain. We're giggling because she has a very low pain tolerance, but you can see she's okay, guys. So, and then I'm gonna finish going right through here and just kind of dust that color all through there, make it look very pixelated. So I'll show you video when we're done. All right, guys, so we just finished up with my lovely patient here, Miss Inez. These are the brows. We just did powder brows on her, and look at those wonderful, beautiful babies. Come see me, Quillings Room Beauty.